I know that you've been chomping at the bit to talk about tonight's topic. So why don't we?
It's the biggest story in the world, according to Bill Pulte.
Yeah, I know, right? So on the 20th, which would have been Wednesday, he decided to drop this after teasing it the night before, wasn't it? Or early in the morning on
He
Wednesday.
didn't tease it. No, he just dropped it.
So he decides to make another referral. This would be referral number 3. First was Letitia James, then it was
Adam Schiff.
Yeah, Adam Schiff, and then it's
Lisa Cook.
So this is number 3. Now, some of you might be noticing a common theme here because Lisa Cook, we'll take it from the class. Who was she nominated by?
Biden.
Correct. So let's see here. Democrat. Starting to see a pattern.
Well, it also, if they can get her off the board, it gives them
a second one.
Well, it pretty much gives them the majority because I think it's like is it a 5-2 split now? I can't remember what it is. I have to go back and check, but it's another yes man to install. And I have like this sneaking suspicion that this is why Kugler quit because
I don't doubt
voluntarily quit. I think she was either threatened or just had the foresight to see that they were going to come for them when all of their sloppiness with Jerome Powell failed.
So we're taking a look, and it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
Yeah, it just came out.
Our notes had it about 3.1 as well.
3.1,
3.2.
This came from us?
Yes. I don't know who does that.
You're including the Martin renovation. You just added
our entire capital.
Yeah, you just added in a third building with it.
Right. Well, I think everyone was highly aware of how that was going to go down, which was followed up that as soon as it was referred to the DOJ started immediately saying that, basically adding to the pressure, saying, "Oh, you should resign."
Ed Martin wrote a letter to Jerome Powell saying that he should get rid of her, which he doesn't even have the authority to do.
I guess the first good post here, there's going to be a lot of tweets from Amy, and if there's some of them that I don't highlight that you want to get to, Amy,
I will fully admit that I have can be a little insufferable about this, but I don't appreciate the trying people in court of public opinion. There's a right way to go about this, and you do an investigation and you get the facts straight. You don't post 2 signatures, start saying she's a criminal, and
doing interviews on Fox News, and Fox Business.
This is not how we do things. This is not Nazi Germany where we politically persecute our enemies. It's just fucking disgusting and vile behavior.
Yeah. So you made the first post you did on it was that anyone can rent out their primary residence after 12 months from purchase. And you can see that it was 14 months after the purchase when she rented it out in response.
And there's a timeline. She left her job in Michigan, moved to Atlanta, and she got nominated so she bought these houses in 21. She got nominated to, I have to look at the timeline of her. She accepted a job in Atlanta. She worked in Atlanta, and then she got the job as the Fed governor, which is when she put it up for rent. I have to go back and look at the timeline of her change it. But you can pull up her financial disclosure and see her employment, and she's got a ton of different things that she's involved in. At the time when she got these mortgages, she was a director at the Federal Home Loan Bank in Philly. Indiana, sorry. Indianapolis, right? Yeah. But she was the director of the at the Federal Home Loan Bank. And hot tip, in 21, I went and checked the spreads of the difference between a primary and a secondary, and it is nothing. that changed over in like 22, but where the spread widened on the differences. But like there was no benefit to her to commit fraud. You can see that she didn't. Oops, go back. She actually does pay a higher rate, right? So like 2.875 and then 3.25 on the condo in Atlanta. So she didn't get a break in her mortgage rates. Like, what is she committing fraud for? Like, what? It doesn't make any sense.
The point is,
you're telling me she was committing fraud to get a higher interest rate, because he keeps saying she did it to get a lower interest rate and better terms, but there was not really any difference.
Yeah.
In the spread between primary and secondary, and she didn't get a better rate. So like, where's like I don't know.
Yeah, where's the fraud?
Well, I mean, if you go to that Gordon Miller guy, he's been a lender for like 40 years.
We'll get to that. He's a little further down the timeline.
Yeah,
but like you were pointing out, that first tweet I pointed out, I kind of also put on Meltdown that like, oh, what reason could someone want to? I mean, we already kind of discussed it, but like at that point in time, the same day that he did this, the Fed minutes dropped. Yeah. And they were not good news if you were expecting rate cuts.
They were hot.
So it's just like, I think that there is a potential theory behind this.
It is why it's like so frantic, right? It's because I think they're trying to get her off of the board before September's FOMC. I put it in one of my tweets. Like, if he can do it to them, he can do it to you.
Anybody, yeah. So like, I just wanted to get some clarification because you have more background on this. So like Fraud Guard, I assume that's not just like fraud protection thing that like normal banks do. It's a particular system.
Yeah, and they are all required to use it. Any mortgage providers are required to use it, but it's like you feed it, and it's got a ton of like the models. Like, can you click on my link that I clicked onto the page where it showed. So they'll show you. So here you go. This is all of their analytical tool and the models that they have, right? The ownership and occupancy, which is what he's talking about, right? It performs a nationwide search for properties owned by the borrower and use exception based alerting to identify other properties owned, occupancy issues, foreclosures, and unidentified addresses used by borrowers. So like this, it would catch this what he's talking about, and
right?
Like, it's liens and judgments, bankruptcies, like all of it. It scans for all of it. For it to be fraud and for it to just, they're like, sure, we'll do that, right? Like, it would have to get by the lender, the auditor, like it goes all the way back to like the back end investor, right? The person who's buying the loan in the back end,
right?
Everybody would have to be okay with it.
And of course, he was saying that all the information that he presented was publicly available when it emphatically was not. He may have used the information that you did of the, well, I think it was more likely the administration just told that was the tip. But like, as far as knowing what mortgages to target, that was already publicly disclosed.
Oh, yeah. But like your mortgage applications, your financial data, like none of that is publicly available. And even in like the HMDA database that I'm talking about there, like it's literally like it's all anonymous and it's used for like demographic and other trends like that. But it's all anonymous. There is no personally identifying information on there. It's certainly not your financials, and it's not your mortgage application. So like, and that's what he's trying to say, is that he's not like pulling people's private information. And he
did. That's the only way that you would get the loan level document.
I can't even. Why are you even trying to say that?
Yeah,
that's dumb.
Also, what I think is the gem was the one that you'd mentioned earlier from Gordon Miller.
What he's saying is that the same thing I just said. There was no difference in the terms for second homes. And he said that changed. So that changed in like 2022. At FHFA director Sandra Thompson initiated that.
Okay.
He says it a little bit. He says here, see, she was hired in Atlanta. She would have had to buy it as a rental for these claims, but she went for work and lived there. Then it becomes a rental once she gets the Fed job and moves again. But when she bought it, the fact it's listed as a primary can be a mortgage definition and not what folks assume. Folks all think she got better terms. No, she did not. And Pulte, he thought Pulte was the FHFA director, but I let him know that he wasn't. But and by the way,
basically,
let's just call a spade a spade. It's very well known that Ken Paxton has 3 primary residents, but we don't see him putting in criminal referrals for Ken Paxton, right?
Right. And like what we talked about with the Adam Schiff one, like this is stuff that had been old news since 2019. And most politicians, because they have the state that where their constituents are, that's their primary residence. And then they have their DC residence. So it's like this whole thing is kind of a fucking joke. So we get Donald Trump in a C-SPAN interview.
You're going to fire Lisa Cook, the Fed governor, over her mortgage
I'll fire her
fraud?
if she doesn't resign. Yeah, what she did was bad. So I'll fire her if she doesn't resign.
So when that news broke,
he can't fire her.
Well, you can fire with a cause, can't he?
Look like that.
Like you can't justify this being a cause yet because like
he could fire her for legitimate cause. You can fire her for that. Not, I mean, until this is like
right. That's what I'm saying. Until the investigation is complete, he ain't doing shit. But having said that, here's the exact time on Friday, yesterday, when he made the statement, and DXY immediately fucking collapses like a fucking folding chair down a whole point. People on the left
he's just an attention whore,
right?
And I should pull up the meme of the he's just a asshole sniffer, right? Like the meme that I have of the.
Well, yeah, that's why I made a joke that him and what's the other guy that you always go after are in a human centipede right behind Trump. I mean, that's literally what's going on.
Mr. I ran a G10 rates book for a decade, but I don't know that the Fed's not fucking taxpayer funded. Okay. Hey, bro.
It isn't
really good. The only thing I didn't like was that they called him a Doberman, and they should have called him a fucking Chihuahua.
But he isn't the only one. Like the left isn't the only one screaming about this. Like the Wall Street Journal opinion article comes as an opinion article that basically comes out like it's the entire board, the editorial board. It's like, bro, we're not digging the fact that you're making this like a political prosecution of these people and trying to weaponize your position to try and go after people.
Yeah, like what's he doing to, I don't know, make homes more affordable for regular Americans? Like anything?
Nothing.
Or
not
like, what is this bullshit, honestly?
It's actually doing the opposite because lowering the interest rates is probably gonna make the housing prices go up.
Yeah, Cannon Fire, it's gonna be a wake me up when September ends scenario.
That's what I just said.
Like, for a while.
It's well documented. I think there was a CBS article about Ken Paxton and his 3 primary residences, but we're not seeing that. So, but anyway,
things to finish up the Pulte stuff before we move on. First, do you guys retweet yourself regularly?
So, like the only time I retweet myself is to add on to the tweet, right? Like so, like I'll retweet and I'll put at the top, like adding to this, right? Like so that it flows almost in like a thread. But I don't retweet myself and
just to pat myself on the back.
Oh my god, I was so right. This is so good. The comments on that are hilarious, by the way.
I suppose more. Yeah, did we ever get anything on that? I know we keep coming back to this. But
yeah, he said they were probing her 3rd mortgage. And then he put out a post. So it was the post where he said, we have obtained a document Lisa Cook submitted to the U.S. government while serving as Federal Reserve Governor. In it on February 28, 2020. It's the screenshot that he stole from me. That was his big announcement.
What?
Yeah, is that he said the thing that he uses to show that she lists, it's a Zillow listing, by the way. And it says that it was
great evidence
listed for rent on the 1st of September 2022. On September 16th, 2022, the listing was removed. So like I think I tweeted about it. I was like, was the property rented? Did something in her life change where she was like, okay, let me pull that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, whatever it is. Like that's what I'm
But
saying.
you don't know, and you can't tell.
Circumstances matter. Facts matter. And you put up a fucking Zillow listing of it and give no, like, nothing. And you're just like, look at this.